Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video is going to be a small account overview because it has been 30 days or 31 since I made baby Kiryu account, and I figured it would be kind of like a perfect time to kind of like close out the first month on my mini account. Now it is not free to play account. I have spent $15 whole on this beast of an account. And for those $15, I have purchased Collector's Daily Card, which effectively gives me 735 units over the course of 30 days. So that is $5 there. And I used $10 to renew my Summoner's Sigil, which I think has been well worth it. And is definitely one of the kind of like best returns for your money in the game, in my opinion. And within those 30 days, so let's first just showcase how far we have gotten in story mode, and it's quite simple. So Act 1 is completed and I didn't bother exploring much of it. Act 2 is completed, didn't explore any of it. Act 3 is completed, didn't explore any of it either. And Act 4 is completed, no exploration done. But I also probably will not be exploring any of these acts because the rewards there realistically are kind of worthless starting like day 7. Realistically, I think I got my first 5-star on like day 3 or day 4, and first 5-star maybe on day 7, but first 4-star on like day 2 or something like that. So basically, questing for rewards that gives you 2 stars and 3 stars are pointless. Even 4 stars is not something I try to focus on and give my resources to. So when it comes to Act 5, I did a full completion of Act 5 as well. That's right. So this account has become uncollected within the month, but I am not yet Cavalier. Now the reason why I'm not Cavalier is because I simply do not have enough 5-star champions or highly ranked enough 5-star champions. So we're gonna get to the champions in a bit. I actually haven't counted them all by myself as well. But yeah, so this is how far we are in the story quest. When it comes to event quests, that you see I have completed uncollected this month. I didn't attempt to complete, I couldn't try because I wasn't uncollected yet. But yeah, this month I have completed the uncollected quest and I have started slowly to explore it. Hopefully I can manage that exploration in as well. I've done 100% master modes and so forth. Fortunately, rifts have been absolutely awful so far for my account. I haven't really gotten anything, I think. I got 1,000 6-star shards, which is doing it at the moment nothing really for my account, which is going to be obviously awesome when I get 4 my 6-star, but for now that hasn't been helpful. And aside from those 1,000 6-star shards, I haven't gotten any 5-star shards, I think. And then it's all the rest of it is basically 6 stones, which is quite useless. So haven't had the best luck on the rifts, so that has kind of like slowed down the progression. Now I am not level 45 yet, so I cannot get into the variant modes yet, but I'm level 44, so I'm almost there. So soon I will probably be attempting to do a completion run at the very least of variant 4 and hopefully start working on exploration there as well. So if you can jump in my champion list, well, I do have the 1-star Hulk, which is very important, very lucky, because I actually pulled him kind of like on the last day when I could possibly get him from the crystals. So that is super helpful. So that means I can attempt variant 4. Now 2 stars, obviously this monthly event quest basically gives you a lot of cool new extra 2 stars, and I have some of the interesting ones. I have maxed out Colossus as a 2-star champion, Ronan and Corvus Glaive, and yeah, that's about it. I haven't spent much ISO there. As 3 stars, only 3 stars that I did max out is Quake, which I still use pretty much for every piece of content where I can bring her in because it's Quake. Whenever I have problems, she has come incredibly clutch, and even though she's a 3-star, she still technically can do the same things as a higher ranked Quake can for most part. It just takes quite a bit longer. So obviously if I have a decent option for a fight, I don't really have to use Quake, but if I seem that I could get stuck, for instance, an uncollected quest, there was aspect of war magic. Well, 3-star Quake comes in. It takes a while, but it gets the job done, and that's the main thing. That is why she's the best champion in the game. And other than that, I have a whole bunch of 3-stars that I don't really focus on, and I haven't really ranked them up. Now 4 stars, I actually have managed to acquire quite a bunch now. So that would be 12, 24, have 30 4-stars already. So basically every day you get a 4-star champion, more or less, right? So I have 2 4-stars at 440 level, which is Corvus Glaive and Stealth Suit Spider-Man. Now I could take both of them or either of them up to rank 5, but I'm quite hesitant in using my tier 4 basics and tier 4 class catalysts because I want to save all of that stuff for 5-star champions, because obviously getting Cavalier is going to be the next big thing for the account. When it comes to dealing with uncollected and stuff like that, I can largely deal with them being rank 4. And yeah, so I don't know if I will take any of my 4-star champions up to rank 5, because it just quite frankly doesn't seem to be worth the 5 tier 5 basics and class catalysts, so on and so forth. So I'm kind of like approaching this whole thing very cautiously. Now I do have duped my Colossus. I awakened Corvus with a 4-star awakening gem, but I duped Colossus naturally, which happened quite recently, so I haven't yet taken much advantage of it. But Guillotine 2099 is also a rank 3 4-star that has put in a lot of work for my account, and she has been pretty much an absolute MVP for 5.3 because of the damage ramp up. And even if she had 50% attack penalty, she had the healing, so it saved a ton of potions, and because of the damage ramp up, she actually finished out the fights relatively quickly, certainly much quicker than any other champion in my roster could have. So she has put in a lot of work for me. And other than that, obviously I have Realm of Legends champions, and then a whole bunch of, some of them are like actually quite good champions, but again, these are 4-stars that I do not intend to do too much with. And moving on to my 5-star champions, I only have 5 currently, unfortunately, and it's Aegon, MODOK, Nebula, Winter Soldier, and Magneto. Nebula and Magneto are kind of like the last pulls. I will take up my Nebula to rank 3 because I think she's underrated champion, and I kind of look forward to playing with her a bit more. So I just want to make sure I have more tier 1 alphas. I have enough of all of the other catalysts. I have class catalysts, I have tier 4 basics, so on and so forth, but tier 1 alphas I only have 7. And the reason why I want to save my tier 1 alphas is because if I get to awaken my Aegon with the rifts, because I have saved up for Chronometer and I'm just waiting for that skill awakening gem to pop up, with Chronometer I could get him awakened, hopefully, and then I only need 1 skill tier 4 class catalyst, and this bad boy is going up to rank 4, and that's my ticket to Labyrinth of Legends. So the day I awaken him, I can go in Labyrinth of Legends, and that will be awesome for such a new account. So if the kind of like all my chips on the account is pretty much put in duping the Aegon basket at the moment. So hopefully that happens, and then I can use him to become Cavalier, use him to complete Variant 4 and try and explore it, the initial first quest anyways, and use him for Labyrinth of Legends, and that would kind of like skyrocket the progression of my account, which is something I'm really excited for. That's why I desperately want to get him awakened. Other than that, obviously MODOK put in quite a lot of work, but obviously MODOK is MODOK. He's decent, but he's not that fantastic. I do not plan to put in too many resources into that guy. As I said, I do plan to take Nebula up to rank 3 because she's robot, she's double immune, and she has access to shock, and I think she's quite cool champion overall. And then I have Winter Soldier, Magneto. Now, if I had Killmonger, then Winter Soldier would have been an amazing pull, but unfortunately I do not have Killmonger in like any rarity at all. So I haven't really used Winter Soldier at all. And Magneto is just so sad and pathetic of a 5 stars that I didn't even bother to give him a single ISO block, because let's face it, Magneto flippin' sucks in this game, and he's pretty much good for nothing and absolutely worthless. By far the worst 5 star that I have. No 6-star champions so far. So if I can get a jump in my crystals, I keep on opening every single crystal that I get pretty much. But I have 5,600 6-star hero crystal shards, so I'm slowly but surely closing in on my first 6-star. If I manage to explore the uncollected this month, and probably then next month uncollected is going to start, and if I explore that one, that will be my first 6-star champion on this account early next month. That will be probably around 45-day mark or something like that. And yeah, 5-star shards, 6,400 there. So closing in on my 6th 5-star from that, which is kind of neat. Another thing to note is I do have 28,000 artifacts, which I could use 22,000 off to get a basic 5-star hero crystal, but you must have 8 5-star champions in order to be able to purchase 5-star crystal from the Incursion store, or however it's called right now. So I need to wait up until I open my 8th 5-stars, then I will immediately get to do another crystal opening for my 9th. So that's going to be cool. So I'm just kind of sitting on all of that so far. Gold hasn't really been an issue, but it's largely because I hardly rank up anyone. I haven't really invested in my 2, 3, or 4-star champions. I haven't taken them to like rank 5s or stuff like that. And only champion that has gotten any serious amount of ISO investment is that Aegon. So only reason why I do have some gold is purely because I don't rank up anyone. I don't want, that's how kind of like cautiously I am trying to use up my gold. ISO has come to an end a couple of times, but again, because I don't rank up too much, I kind of barely manage to kind of like contain those ISOs, and it seems to be working okay, but again, largely just because I don't invest in my champions outside of the ones that I actually can see have some larger potential. So there is that. And for future kind of like plans, obviously everything kind of like hinges on that Aegon awakening. If I'm not going to be able to awaken Aegon by end of this month event, then I'm probably going to take Nebula to rank 4 and use Nebula to get Cavalier because she's bleed immune. And she probably can do that crossbones fight, albeit how difficult or long it's going to be, but hopefully she can do that fight. And yeah, so it's kind of like I need to get that Aegon awakened, or if I don't, then I need to basically go to plan B, which is currently Nebula. Perhaps it's going to change. When it comes to anything else, then it obviously is going to depend whether the Aegon is or is not awakened. Now, many people have been asking my Masteries, and I have invested absolutely nothing in my Masteries. Now, I do not have Precision unlocked, I do not have Cruelty unlocked, no Despair, Deep Wounds, no Glass Cannon, obviously no Suicides, not even Salve or Recovery, or let alone Willpower, and obviously pretty much nothing in here. So I'm kind of running on bare bones Masteries, but I'm kind of alright with that, because the units are so scarce and the mastery scores are so expensive that I do understand that everything takes longer because I'm not dropping like 500 or 1000 units on these. But again, let's take a look. Unlock 5 Stony Mastery cores. That would be like 800 units, pretty much as many units as I have. And no, I'm just not doing it. Not yet anyways. Maybe when it's becoming easier to kind of like grind arena. Now I have grinded arena on this account like 5 times, I think, in like 2-hour sessions. And 2-hour session in arena on this account currently gets me about 60 units or so. It's so bad. Plus some battle chips which can be useful. But yeah, because you don't have many champions, and because my champions are unranked, every fight is taking a really long time. And you often face much stronger opponents, or you have to lose a streak. And obviously, because I don't have too many champions in general, arena is quite time consuming and hard. But yeah, I hate it, man. I hate it. That is more or less where my account is at the moment. So it's $15 spent. 1 month has gone by. I'm uncollected. I'm kind of like on a verge of being able to push for Cavalier title, but I need that Aegon awakened, or then I need to refocus my efforts on Nebula and get her to like rank 4 at least, I'd say. And hopefully then it might be possible, because I think Nebula can deal with that EMP modification Ultron probably decently well. Yeah, would have to see what's happening there. What else? I think that is kind of like more or less it. Have I forgotten to show something? Inventory, catalysts and stuff. Let's quickly jump in there. Now I do have maxed out a couple of tier 4 basics in my stash. The rest of the basic catalysts are alright. Tier 4 class catalysts is looking quite good. Again, I'm not really using, only tier 4 class catalysts that I have used, I think, are the 3 ones on Aegon, and that's it. So this is basically just me preparing to have a good pull at some point, right? So I'm just kind of like saving up pretty much everything that I have and not investing much. Now I do have a 4-star Mystic Awakening gem, which could come in handy if need be. A couple of boosts, but nothing too exciting. I do have 20 5-star generic signature stones and 11 skill ones, so I could get my egg at like 632 now if I get him awakened, so that would be a decent start. But yeah, that is about it. Total of 135 champions, 72,000 hero base rating, 3,177 prestige. Go me! Right, but that will do for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini account tour. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you do not, or even if you do, well then, what the heck. Here's Baby Yoda for you, spitting out a frog like a champ. But that will do for today's video, and yeah, I will catch you guys soon. See ya.